My name is Julie Larson, and I'm the founder of Catholic Doula Program, and also the founder of the Holistic Nutritional Doula Network. And we also have a couple other programs that maybe y'all are not aware about. We have a childbirth educator class under the Blessed Womb title, and Take Charge of Your Breastfeeding, or my breastfeeding class. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the postpartum doula course that Catholic Doula Program runs. And this class is also available under the Holistic Birth Academy as a non-denominational class. So if you're interested, and maybe you have some friends that want to take a postpartum doula course and they don't want all the Catholic stuff in it, then we have a version for non-Catholics. So we have two versions of this class. We have a Catholic postpartum version and a non-Catholic one for just any denomination, Christians, whatever. So that's why I want to talk to you about the postpartum class, because we haven't had as many people as I'd like to enroll in it, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I just need to talk about it more, tell you what is in this class. Why do you want to be a postpartum doula? First of all, what is a postpartum doula? A postpartum doula usually does not help before birth, but she helps after birth. Though she may meet with a mother pre-birth to discuss her plans for postpartum. So that's one thing you can do pre-birth as a postpartum doula. So as a postpartum doula, you usually go into the mother's home and you help the parents with the baby and the parents themselves with taking care of the baby and taking care of the mother. But I really consider a postpartum doula's focus should be more on the mother, because the baby's got a lot of things usually. Maybe the nursery's already set up. Mom's already got everything set up for the baby. She's got, everything she needs for the baby, but she doesn't always think of herself. And that is why our focus on our postpartum course is focusing more on the mother, even though we do cover, some of the basic things about baby care. We do focus more on the mother in our class, and our focus is more on Asian traditions, because we feel like the Asian way is a better way of having a baby and being taken care for. So that is why we use this book called The First 40 Days. This is one of our new main books. I used to use other books, but I recently decided to change it out to have the class focus more on the Asian traditions of birth. We also use what I call the Smart Mother Model. And that Smart Mother Model is the words S, or the letter S-M-A-R-T. And we go through each letter in our course and explain what that means. It's sleep, it's M for mothers and meditation, A for activity, like activity with the baby, nursing the baby, R for relaxation, T for time for teas, and time for dad. So we have all this kind of combination into our class, and I'm so excited about it. I just want y'all to know that we have had this class, the Catholic Postpartum class, for a while, and this new version has been out for a year already. So I really want to encourage mothers to, if y'all are doulas and you want to add in on postpartum, to please consider our class. Maybe you've even taken a postpartum class somewhere else. Our focus is different, and I think you would learn a lot from our class. So if you are already a postpartum certified doula already, we give you an automatic 30% off on our class. So you just contact me and say, hey, I already have a postpartum doula certification, but I want to learn from your class because you're teaching different things. So we will give you that 30% off. So in this first 40 days, we talk about why 40 days and why that's important. And I love this book because it's just got such good illustrations in it, and it also has some recipes in the back, what we talk about a little bit in the class. So, and you get to make some of those recipes. And so that's one book. And by the way, even though this book may have something about Eastern philosophy, I don't really get into that much. We supplement it by using Catholic teaching and stuff like that in our class. And the second book, we're using right now is the Mommy Plan. This is a good book by Valerie Lynn, and I think she's out in California, and she does her own workshops based on this book. So we read through the book, and we talk, and it's very similar to the 40 Days book. It has a lot of the similar ideas in it, but this just goes in a little more deeply on, like what we do, what we can do after postpartum, what you shouldn't be doing after postpartum, things like that. And it breaks down how to make a mommy plan for mothers. So this is a really good book on like how to make a plan for moms after birth, and also includes some daddy plan things in here too, and talks about like baby stuff like baby wellness, baby massage, some things like that in it. So there's all kinds of interesting and good things in this book, and breastfeeding, things like that. So this is why we use this book. It's got really good information in it. And though I don't currently use this book anymore for the Catholic Postpartum, a lot of my ideas come from this Aviva Romm book, Natural Health After Birth. So it's a recommended reading for y'all to read. It's not required to read, but this is another book that we recommend you read. So I want to talk a little bit more about what I teach in the postpartum class. So we talk about the Smart Mother model, which I had mentioned before, like sleeping and having more rest with the baby. I talk about belly binding, how you bind the belly at after birth. A lot of mothers get that abdominal walls like get pulled out. Well, getting them pulled back in is important. So doing belly binding can help immediately after birth. If you still have that problem years afterwards, which I do, I have a little bit of that problem afterwards, there are some exercises you can do, and I am going to do is be adding in some links to the next class. I'm learning more about the problem, what they call the pooch problem, and I want other mothers to know about how you can get some help. So there's a free short exercise program you can do from a website, and that I will send to anybody who signs up to the class. That way you can help mothers and they can do some of these core exercises. A lot of things on YouTube are so fake and false. You don't want to do crunches. That'll just make it worse. So there's a lot of things you need to learn about that, but my course doesn't teach all the exercises. That's kind of more like another course I'd like to do in the future, but we do touch about that a little bit in the belly binding section. And anyway, the other things we teach about are like keeping a mother warm after birth, and this book focuses more on like warming foods and eating the right proper foods after postpartum. I think one student was asking me, like, how do we help mothers heal after postpartum? How can we help them? Well, this book here has a lot of good information in it. So I really encourage you to just like take our course so you can have the tips and techniques. And even if you are a postpartum doula already, I think you'll learn something from the class. So I really feel like this is a good class for anybody to take. And even if you don't want to be a doula, maybe you just want to learn more about these traditions, you can still take the class. I mean, you don't have to do all the certification work then. If you just want to take the class for more information and knowledge, then you wouldn't have to do the certification requirements that are part of the class. And since I'm doing this recording kind of off my computer, I don't remember all the certification requirements, but some of them are similar to our birth ones, where we do like postpartum interviews, like we interview mothers about how they were helped or not helped after postpartum. So we interview 3 mothers. You do like a term definition list. You might make a little community. You'll have like a community project that you'll come up with to help mothers. Now that can be kind of unique, and we talk about mother roasting. That's another thing. It's a kind of a term called mother roasting, and that's just basically keeping the mother warm and belly binding and things like that, or maybe giving her a massage after birth. So if you want to do a mother roasting kind of ceremony with a mother, that could be your final project. But there's several project ideas in our class. Also, the rebozo is another thing that we use, that you can do like a rebozo closing ceremony with a rebozo, and that could be count as your final project. So we want you to get creative. We don't dictate what your final project is. You get to decide, hey, this appeals to me after reading through all the modules. This is what I want my final project to be. So that's kind of how we do the final project. You get to kind of decide what you want to do for your final project. I think one of the assignments for the class was a video. We do kind of want you all to do one little video. You could put it on Facebook, or you could put it on YouTube, or maybe just on a private area where only I look at it, but you know, it'd be nice if other people could see it, so they can see, hey, this is what the Catholic Doula Postpartum class does. We do videos, we encourage y'all to do a little short video. So anyway, these are just some of the things that we do. I think there's some book reviews also that you do. You can review the books that I just showed you, and this could be one of your extra books. But we also want you to do a breastfeeding book. So any kind of breastfeeding book. Here's one, the Mother Food. This is something I actually use in the breastfeeding counselor educator course that we also offer. So you might want to just pick up a book, one of these. And this is another one called Making More Milk. The Making More Milk, I think they just came out with a newer version of this. But anyway, I also use this for the St. Anne breastfeeding class. I was going to revise it, but I think I'm just going to leave it how it is. Because the St. Anne breastfeeding course is for mothers to take. And this is a really good book. So I think I'm just going to keep the program as it is and make it more available for mothers to access. So anyway, that's all I'm going to talk about today about the postpartum class, and I am going to offer it still on sale for September. So if you're interested in taking a class and getting a really good deep discount on the class right now, it's over $100 off. And so if you're interested in taking that class, contact me. And for those that have a postpartum certification, I might give you a little extra discount. So just, contact me at catholicdoulaprogram@gmail.com, and let's get you into this class, because it's a really good class, and I've been wanting to offer it, specifically for y'all. And what I can do is, for the fall class, I will do a couple of little, like either live things like this where I just pre-record it, and y'all get to listen to it whenever you have a chance. Or we might do some chats, but I want to be a little bit more active, so I'm going to do 4 of those. 4 for the session. So when you start, and we'll have 2 in the fall and 2 in the spring. So that way you have some extra support with the class. And it's not like you're just going by yourself. And you can kind of work on it self-paced, but this way it gives you an idea, and gives you a chance to work with me, get some questions in, and I can answer them. Okay, so thank you for attending my little what is a postpartum doula, and hopefully y'all consider signing up for this class. And also remember, there's a non-denominational version of the class. So if anybody is not Catholic, they can still take this class and just not have the Catholic stuff in it. The Catholic stuff, I kind of go over baptism and things like that, saints and stuff. But if someone wants the non-Catholic version, they are welcome to take that part. Thank you so much.